Welcome to Alternate History Gaming, the U.S. Civil War, a full Grand Campaign playthrough pitting me and Dad against one another. While Dad's Union hordes continue their onslaught, I've managed to make some savvy rebel moves of my own. Well, at least one. In the Eastern Theater, the Army of Northern Virginia is invaded toward Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, with Stonewall Jackson holding the Harper's Ferry crossing over the Potomac River. Jackson maintains a force strength of 3 SPs there. Meanwhile, Robert E. Lee with the Army boasts a force of 25,000 men. One of 2 major victories for the Union this last spring, 1862 turn, was to capture New Orleans, likely once and for all. Admiral Farragut's Union Naval Task Force here also sent a group of ships north to attack some nearby Confederate gunboats outside Natchez, Mississippi. In a sharp fight, my CSA vessels were forced to retreat back to Vicksburg, having sustained heavy damage. They have since repaired. For the Union, though, New Orleans is worth a whopping 3 victory points. Also, the recent surrender of Fort St. Philip and Jackson have opened up Dad's supply routes from the Gulf of Mexico and choked off CSA supply there. The Western Theater sees more Union success, where General Grant and the newly formed Army of the Tennessee notched a major victory, marching to Dover, Tennessee, and clobbering CSA General Hardee's 15,000 defenders. Hardee retreated south as a result. My CSA Army of Tennessee pulled back out of Clarksville, crossed the river upstream, and tried assaulting Grant's position to retake Dover, but met stiff resistance and was forced to fall back. Union forces now have 2 solid lines of supply into Nashville, up the river, and up the rails through central Kentucky. In East Tennessee, a small clash ended with Union General Pope still standing outside Knoxville. He still commands a strong force of 2 SPs. CSA General Kirby Smith has been recalled from duty elsewhere, now commanding 2 SPs dug into entrenchments there. Elsewhere along the coast, Burnside is back, having landed a force near St. Marks, Florida, and bringing naval support. Meanwhile, I've reacted with General Pemberton's command out of Georgia. It includes 2 SPs, while Burnside commands 3 SPs. St. Marks is an important salt hex. Elsewhere in Florida, the state militia holds out in Olustee, and more reinforcements are on their way for Pemberton. I'd mentioned Hardee before. Well, he ended up with a new command guarding Vicksburg, Mississippi, and now with a force of 3 SPs also dug into entrenchments around the city. Here on the record track, you can see the Union now has 11 total victory points, but I also now have a victory point for taking Harrisburg. It means where Dad would have had 12 points this turn, he instead has 11. Also, reflecting this, my CSA build points have been reduced to a total of 89. The capture of New Orleans and St. Marks has dramatically reduced my blockade runner capacity, all the way from 7 to 3. I did gain new war industry this spring turn, so arsenal build points went up from 4 to 5. Again, we've just completed turn 5 and move next to turn 6, summer turn 1, 1862. I expect a lot of action. Dad won the initiative again to start with 2 actions. It'll be the same for me during my half of the first action cycle. Well, that's the latest from our playthrough. I do hope you've enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, become a member, or subscribe to see more. Until next time, I'm Bank 60s, and this is Alternate History Gaming, the U.S. Civil War.